again. Here it goes again. Did the same thing. Okay, what do I do? Got it?
Nope.
Do what?
Go to the next screen.
The next screen.
Start.
It shows that it looks like we're
Gotta go
live
back
on
in
my
again, right?
screen.
No.
Hold on. Yeah, hold on.
Yeah, you're live right now. Just so you know, I'm looking at it on my phone. Okay. Well, I know we're live because I see it on my phone. Can you see
On
me?
there.
All right. Just
You're there, honey.
Yeah, there, but nothing. I can't push anything. Okay. We're just on opposite sides of the screen here again. God, this is just nuts. Complete craziness.
but you're live.
Yeah, we're live.
Yeah.
Okay, we're
Yeah,
going to
we're
try
live.
it. This time we're on different
Yep.
sides. Hey, what the hell? It's always an adventure, right, folks? Always an adventure.
Okay. That's right.
I'm moving the studio downstairs, I think, tomorrow. That's what we're going to end up doing. But today, let's concentrate on another edition of Ocean's Pit, Twisted Tuesday with Carol Brandolino, folks, live from the Elk Grove studios. We just switched seats now. But there, guys, check the website, TonyOceanMusic.com, and give us a call at 847-769-8609 to book a show. Every show is dedicated to the first responders, everybody in the military, all our veterans. Thank you for what you do for our country, but mostly thank you for your wonderful people who take the time and watch the show, whether you're watching it today, lunchtime fun, or you watch it any other time during the day. It's Twisted Tuesday, Ocean's Pit. Let's go to work. Ho, ho. Ho, 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 as
Ho,
they
ho.
say at Twisted Tuesday here, folks. How you guys doing? Carol Brandolino's in the house. Looks like you're in a lineup with the white screen behind you. How are you doing today,
I'm going
kid?
to be in a lineup very soon. I was, practicing mug shots the other day. I'm in a different office because our internet went down upstairs on the 4th floor. It
See?
never fails. It's always something when you're live.
Never
Always.
fails, but you know what? That's what happens when you go live. I don't think it happens on other networks or other shows, but it does with us.
Mhm.
So you never know what you're going to get. But you're here today. We got you all, and thank you for the people that are watching. It's Ocean's Pit. So let's get right to our good friends from Ace Hardware. Ace is the place. Buy local, shop local. That's right. Make JRC Ace Hardware stores your grilling destinations. They have a large variety of grills on display with free assembly and delivery on any grill purchase, $3.99 or more. Check out the large selection of rubs, spices, and barbecue sauces. Boy, they got all that good stuff, folks. Scott's Mulch, lowest price of the season, $2.99 a bag. Red, brown, and black available. And small engine repair. Free pickup and delivery. Free diagnosis fee. All tune-ups save $55 the entire month of April. Ace is the place. Buy local, shop local, helping neighbors before they were neighborhoods. And on the second part of the show this Friday, Raffaello is coming back, folks, with Do It Yourself with Raffaello. And that'll be Friday, the second part of the show. Johnny Reb, a great Southern rock band from Florida, will be the first part of the show on Friday. But here we are, Tuesday. Carol Brandolino's in the house. Let's see who's watching on this wonderful afternoon. Kathy, I hope you're still celebrating your birthday. There she is, and Karen and everybody else that's watching. All right, so a lot of things to talk about. I did nothing yesterday. Absolutely nothing yesterday. I sat home and I just relaxed last night. Wasn't feeling too good. Just a little worn down, I think.
Yeah.
And I think that's what it is. You know what I mean? So
Mhm.
I got some rest. Now today at 2:30, I'm going to go take mom to the doctor. I went fishing this morning, caught 15 crappie, small little. I still have not caught my
Wow.
big bass of the season yet. So I think that's going to, hopefully that'll happen when it gets a little warmer because the weather's been a little nutty.
Yeah.
All right, let's get, today is National Husband Appreciation Day. So
Oh, I
all
thought
you
that was
wives out there,
yesterday.
well, it could have been yesterday. I'm trying to stretch it out a couple of days. My kids told me it
Oh,
was 2
God.
days ago. So
Oh,
I
boy.
am trying to stretch it out for the whole week. You know, why not? God bless.
Okay.
Also, it's National Happy Earth Day. So go out to the beautiful
Okay.
earth that we have and the nature and everything. So
Mhm.
happy Earth Day. You got to love that. Very cool. Also, today is National Lookalike Day. All right, Carol, through your life, how many people have said you look like different people? Now, I told you when we first started, you look like Rhoda, and one of my favorite
Right.
shows in the 70s, Rhoda. Yeah. So
Um,
you get people come up to you and say, "Hey, you look like, you look like."
yeah. Yeah, I got well, this was years ago, so don't be like, "Oh yeah, you wish." This was like 15 years ago. People would say like
Okay.
Angelina Jolie back in the day. I was 15, 20 years younger. Mila Kunis, I get a lot of people say that. I
Who
don't
is
know.
that? Who is that?
Mila
Who's
Kunis is the
Mila
girl that
Kunis?
was married to Ashton Kutcher. She's adorable. I mean, somebody said to me once, "You look like Mila Kunis from the front." From the front? What do you even mean? My face, not my big ass? Is that what you meant? Like, what kind of a backhanded compliment was that? I was like, what are you talking about? Um, Random people. How about you?
Oh, I know, I know. When I had the ponytail, I look like Steven Seagal. Someone said I look like the guy from The
Okay.
Cure. Someone said I look like Brad Garrett from Everybody Loves
Okay.
Raymond. They said a little
Hmm.
Pacino. So you get
Yeah.
Tom Arnold. Get one of that every now and then with the
Oh,
glasses. So
okay.
National Lookalike Day for everybody out there. I believe. Do you believe that there's a twin of you, of us, of everybody somewhere in the world?
I do. I mean, people say that you have like what do they call it? A doppelganger? They call it a doppelganger.
Right.
Yeah, I do. There's got to be. I think
Gob
somewhere
what's it
close.
what's it called? Gobblegator?
Doppelganger. Yeah.
All
It's a
right.
big word. I know it's hard
All
for me
right.
to say too. But
Let's
that is what
also at the before the end of the hour, we're going to do the
Mhm.
Italian word of the day, and then
Yes.
Carol will give us a Greek word of the day and pronunciation
Uh-huh.
and what it means. So I have
Yes.
mine ready, and I know you do, and we'll give you that before the end of the hour. Here's one for to you guys, folks. Every married man has another girl that he loves more than his wife.
Well, that's not very good
Now,
for Husband
well,
Appreciation Day, is it?
no, no. What we're saying is, and I looked that up, and we came back, of course, with daughters. Sometimes
Okay.
the fathers always love the daughters,
Right, of
grandmoms,
course.
their grandmother,
Their
mothers, of
moms.
course.
Mhm, mhm.
I think that's what it means. Through the years in this
Mhm.
business and probably a lot of other businesses, always been something called a guma,
Yep.
a side action, a girl on the side.
I
And back in the
Okay.
day, it was always back in the day it was the men that always had one on Friday and then the wives on
Mhm.
Saturday. And it was something that, back in the day. And as
Right.
women started making more money than men, now women,
Mhm,
and I've seen this many, many times through the years. Um,
mhm.
why do you think sometimes that people do that?
They, like, cheat, have
What's your
somebody on the
reason why
side?
you think? Yeah, why do you think men
I
and women
well,
do that?
I think women do it for the, maybe attention, the affection, you know, for somebody to be like a gentleman, more of a gentleman, and not take her for granted. Maybe that's one of the reasons. Make her feel sexy, whatever. And emotional stuff. You know what I mean? They want to talk about things and be heard. Now, men, I think they do it because the sex for sure. I mean, I definitely think it's about more physical,
Well, yeah, they do
more
say that women
intimate.
do it. Women do it because if the women do it, they do it from the heart. If men do it, they do it. They think with their dicks, or
Yeah, right,
that's
perfect.
just something that always
Excellent.
been said,
Yeah,
right?
perfect. Thank you for
All
clarifying
right.
that. Yes,
Okay.
I agree.
Yeah, clarifying
Right.
that. Just wanted to make sure that everybody
Clarify
got that. All right, that's a good question.
I
You
don't
guys will
think
think
that
about that
anybody's gonna
later
be
on this
confused now.
evening. Yeah. Oh God. What else we got here? Today's also National Jennifer Day. So anybody named Jennifer, it's your day
Okay.
today. All the Jennifers out there in the world, happy Jennifer Day. Okay. U.S. Attorney General Pam Bondi launches an investigation on George Soros about the attacks. He believes the attacks. They came up with the attacks on the Tesla bombings or burnings of these cars and buildings.
Mhm.
I don't know. I don't know. You know, it's been kind of crazy, and I think we talked about this before. Elon Musk owns
Yeah.
only 12% of Tesla. The other owners
Right.
are people that run our 401k. They do have insurance, so they're going to get all that money back. So I would
Mhm.
just like one day that something can come out and just be honest with stuff. Or everybody's always accusing, but I don't see any arrests.
No. Well, that's what people are coming down on Bondi about, I think, is there's like, okay, let's do something, get something done. We want to see action. All these things keep coming out, but what are we doing to these people? Are they being held accountable? Is anything coming out of it? I mean, that's what people want to see.
No,
We know there's shady
I
shit
agree.
going on. That there's no question about that.
People want to see arrests. People want to see arrests. Here's another. Right now, our governor Pritzker, JB Pritzker, right now is being investigated for tax evasion, saying that his houses were worth $1 million. Instead, they were worth $6 million. So now he's like, now look, I know that all the big dogs, no matter how much money you have, how much you can buy people off, tax evasion will get a lot of people. Look, Al Capone, they never would have got Al if it wasn't for tax evasion.
Right.
So is it possible? Everybody cheats on their taxes. I'm talking about, you there or whatever. I'm not cheating, but you try to do whatever you got to do. But there's some that just
Right.
flat out just try to take advantage of the government, which is
Mhm.
wrong. So I would like to see if something happens with this. Like I said, another arrest if possible.
Oh, I'd love to see him in jail. I would love to see him in jail, just like they put Blagojevich in jail. I would love to see Prickster go to jail. I would love it. Nothing would make me happy.
And here's something that I got to stress out too. Now, I've seen a lot of stuff on social media, and there's a gentleman or a woman sitting there eating dinner with their partner or just by themselves. They have a Trump T-shirt on, or they have a MAGA hat on, and there's people that actually come out and to the table and just go off on these people. Or I could see if someone's parading around with Trump signs and doing this like this, okay, Trump train and all that. Someone should get upset with me. I understand that. But a guy or woman, a family that's minding their own business, sitting at a restaurant or walking down the street, I see these people. They show people going up to them, taking their hat off, spitting on them, saying, "How dare you?" What is wrong with these people? You can't even wear T-shirts anymore. You can't wear hats. I mean, first of all, he is president of the United States, whether I hate him or not. It's that mind-boggling. They showed a picture on social media. A guy was eating with his dad. And his dad had the T-shirt and the son had the hat. Did you see that? Big fat lady came up there going off on them. What is wrong with people?
That makes me want to go out and wear a hat. It makes me, I don't even have a MAGA hat.
Yes.
I don't feel like I need to go out there and advertise, but it makes me want to because I really want somebody to give me a reason. Just give me a reason, like that song. Because I'm telling you, if somebody came up to me yelling and screaming in my face like that for something like that, it would be video worthy for sure.
Yeah. I mean, and it's crazy. It never used to be like that. I mean, I can see if you got some crazy stuff on your shirt, ripping, maybe, like if you're ripping somebody, like if they're mean messages or something on these shirts or T-shirts or whatever the hell. But come on, man. Come on, people. Don't you have anything better to do? It would be the same thing if a guy had a Biden T-shirt on. You might say something at your table. Oh, look at that idiot. But you wouldn't go up to the table and go off on the guy or woman or vice versa.
No, it's not your business. You know what? It's free speech. People can wear whatever they want to wear. Doesn't matter. You can't go screaming and yelling in people's faces.
It's crazy. Absolutely.
Mhm.
It's Twisted Tuesday.
Yeah.
Me and Carol Brandolino. Carol, did you know this? If a female octopus is not in the mood to have or to mate, she will strangle the male and then eat it. Just saying.
I mean, she, listen, if I was an octopus and
There
had
you go.
eight tentacles, you could strangle 8 men, and you could strangle 8 of them,
Right?
so you could reach
The
out and get a few
octopus
other
has got they got 8 arms. They can get eight of you all at once. Yeah. They're
Right,
not in
right,
the
yeah.
mood. Sorry, honey, I'm not in the mood. So I'm going to strangle you and then I'm going to eat you.
Then I'm gonna eat you.
Yeah. Thank God for the octopuses. The tallest volcano in the continental Europe erupted. Enta erupts. Lava 600 feet up in the air. That's got to be horrible when you have you ever seen a volcano explode or from far away or anything like that? On
No,
documentaries I have.
not.
It can destroy towns and cities like that.
Yeah.
Also, the Philippines got tons of earthquakes, 5.2 magna, three big ones in 1.5 hours. They got three massive earthquakes, and you're hearing about that shit. I mean, the world, that global warming thing. I think Gore might have had something on that. I think we've talked about this
Yeah,
before.
absolutely.
Look at it,
Mhm.
right? Look at everything that's happening to Florida. Look at everything that's happening to Arizona, right? With the heat and the
Mhm.
hurricanes in Florida.
Yeah, I agree with you, and I think that's one of the only reasons I don't mind being in the Midwest. Or I hate. I'm not a fan of Illinois, obviously, for quite a few reasons anymore. But the Midwest in general, that's why I do
Yeah.
like it, is because you're not there on the, I don't know, on the coasts, so to speak.
Yeah,
You
I
know,
agree with you. California has been, in Hawaii, those got those earthquakes, and California looks like it's supposed to break off, but still hasn't broke off yet. But
right?
with all the fires and everything, whether they were done on purpose, I don't know. I think there's something to that global warming. That's just me. I think the ice age is getting smaller and smaller. So who knows what's going to happen in another 10, 20 years from now? I don't know.
Yeah.
It's Ocean's Pit, little show about big things, Twisted Tuesday, folks. It's time for real estate. Real estate is always something we're going to need. Buying and selling your home. That's right, folks. Don't just call her when you're ready to buy or sell. Contact her when you're considering buying or selling. She's your forever agent. That's Mary Grievous at mgrievous@starkre.com. Berkshire Hathaway Stark Real Estate, 630-688-1725. She also books NTD vacation. So if you're looking to get out of town, go to Mary, 630-688-1725. And in about another week or two, ladies and gentlemen, we will be announcing the new Chicago Music Cruise 2026. We know a couple things. It's going to happen January 2026. We know it's going to happen. They're looking at January 17th. Right now, we don't know. We know the ship. We're just not allowed to say anything yet. We don't know the stops. We do know Seventh Heaven will be on. Obviously, it's their cruise. We know Tony Ocean and the Main Event Band will be there. Plus, I have a special guest to announce if this goes down, which I'm hoping it will. But I'm hoping in the next week we will have all the details of the brand new Chicago Music Cruise. And in January, it's going to be cheaper, not only the cruise, but the airlines itself. So look forward to that. All right. So here we are, Twisted Tuesday. It is, let's see, interesting. A guy named Fred Bauer, he was the man who invented Pringles, Pringle potato chips. Do you like Pringles?
Okay, I do. I love potato chips. Period.
He
Pretty
died.
much all of them. He died.
Yeah, he died, and they buried him in a Pringles can
Oh, okay. I mean,
with his ashes in a Pringles bag, and then buried him, and that was it with that. See,
okay.
it's a lot of nonsense stuff we're saying here, folks. Now, Mark Zuckerberg. What is Mark Zuckerberg? Is he the guy? What is he?
Facebook.
What?
He's Facebook.
Facebook. He might have to sell right now. They say he might have to sell WhatsApp app and Instagram if he loses the battle with the rights in the United States. I don't. What is WhatsApp app? What is that?
Oh, it's called WhatsApp. WhatsApp is similar to
WhatsApp.
your Messenger. It's similar to what Messenger is to Facebook, where you can go,
Okay.
you can message privately. It's a different. You have to download the app, so it's like you can message from out of state, out of country, all of that. Yeah, I didn't know he did WhatsApp.
So why don't
and
you
I didn't
just
know-
use Messenger?
Yeah, I don't. Well, I don't know. And also, he's Instagram. This is going to be really dumb on my end. I didn't know he did Instagram too.
You might
I
have
didn't know
to.
that.
You might have to sell Instagram too. So Look, even with this TikTok thing, remember they banned it and then they're supposed to sell it, and Trump
Hmm.
extended it for 70 days, and now China doesn't want to
Hmm.
sell it or whatever. I don't know the whole detail. I don't know
Right.
nothing about TikTok. I know my kids are on it. I know my wife and my
Mhm.
sister-in-law, sister's on it. Are you on TikTok?
I do have a TikTok, not under my particular name, but I do have one. I don't go on. I hardly ever. I don't know how to do it. I'd like to learn. It is a great way to get stuff out there. It really is for like creative stuff. But I'm not great at it. I'm still learning Instagram. I'm that person.
I'm
I'm
starting.
not
I'm
technology.
starting. Yeah, it looks like for our age. Well, I don't know much about your age because you're a lot younger. You're like 10
Well,
years younger or whatever, something like that.
10 years.
So I think like my format or my people mostly on Facebook, maybe some
Yeah.
Instagram, but I know Instagram and TikTok is more younger kids, right?
Yes, I for sure TikTok is for sure. Instagram is probably somewhere in the middle. I would say
Yeah.
25 to, you know, 60 or something like that, 50. I don't know. That's what I think.
All right. See, that's how that works. Now, here's nothing we are talking. See, we're just ramming right now, folks. We're just looking at some stuff here. Hey, here's interesting. Sweden. I always wanted to go to Sweden, Switzerland,
Mhm.
right? Very cool. Right now, they're building right now a road on their expressways or freeways, whatever they call them. That's going to be one lane is for electric cars. And while your electric car is on this road, it's charging your car.
I mean, there you go. There you go.
Tell me
I can't
that's
wait to
not
see. I hope I'm
cool.
around in 15 years. I really 20 years. I hope I'm around to see how we're going to be getting around. I can't wait. Like you said, it's like the Jetsons. We're becoming the
Yeah.
Jetsons with the robots and everything. Like
You have an electric
really.
car that's going to be able to take you everywhere. But if if this is true, which in Sweden, if it works in Sweden, people are complaining about electric cars if you're running out of charging stations. But if you're
Yeah.
on the expressway or these freeways, whatever you call them in the UK and Europe, and they got roads that you can go and they're charging. I mean, if that's got to be pretty good for people who have electric cars. I mean, if that's
Yeah,
something
it's
that's
pretty
happening over there,
ingenious.
I don't know, but it's very ingenious. Also, another
Hmm.
thing that's kind of scary, people that are making minimum wage, and look at this, there's no state, Carol, there's no state in the United States where you can make minimum wage and afford a two-bedroom and afford to pay a two-bedroom apartment with the money minimum wage.
Hmm. Yeah, no way. I'm looking at things now just to see what's out there, and it's actually very scary.
Yeah.
And my son keeps saying he's going to move out when he's 18, and I'm like crying and sad on the inside. And I'm telling my friends I don't want to lose my son when he's 18, and they're like, "Where's he going to go? Where's he going to go? What the hell could he afford?" And I'm like, "That's true. I didn't even think about that. He's
And,
not
and
even working at the moment."
right, and minimum wage, like you
No.
can't even in the United States, you can't afford a two-bedroom apartment if you're making minimum wage, or even if you and your partner or your wife or
Mhm.
girlfriend, whatever minimum wage, you can't
Right.
even. I don't think you
Right.
can afford one bedroom. Thank you, Dawn. You probably can't afford one bedroom. It depends on what a town you live in. You're absolutely right.
Yep.
Renee, how you doing? I hope you're well.
Renee.
Renee Rodriguez says hello,
Ren-
Carol. Ricky,
Renee is my friend
Gina,
from 3 years old.
Snapchat.
Mhm.
She's your
I've known
friend
Renee since
since
I
you were
was
three
3.
years old.
3 years old. We grew up
Well,
across the
hello,
street from each
Renee.
other. She knows everything. She's the one I have to kill. She's the one I have to kill if something
You be the
happens.
one you have to kill. All right. There you go. Trump's going after college students that have not paid their loans since 2020. $1.6 trillion of student loans have not been paid. Wow. And our former president, Joe Biden, tried to get us to pay for these kids' student loans, which thank God that didn't go through. Um, I don't know. You know, they even saying dentists, I don't know if you heard about this, but dentists have the biggest suicide rate because they can't afford to pay
Yes.
off their debt.
Yes, I have heard that. I have read that. Yes. It's insane. My uncle was a dentist. He just retired after 40 years. I think he sold his practice, but he's been around forever. And yeah, it was insane. He could have still done it. He could have still done it, but he was done. He just wanted to be done. And the prices of everything going up, and you just have to charge to those. And then dealing with insurance companies is a nightmare for a lot of
Oh yeah,
anything
it's
medical,
absolutely
right?
crazy. Absolutely.
Mhm. Right.
Yeah. Boyd says maybe give Bernie Sanders a car. That's a good one. Oh, yeah. Boyd always come up with the good ones there, folks. You watching Ocean's Pit, little show Boulder. What app has better graphics and phone calls for free? Oh, WhatsApp has better graphics and
Okay.
phone calls for free. All
Okay.
right.
Okay.
Thank you, buddy.
All right.
We did not know that.
No.
Gina says Carol needs Snapchat.
No, I don't want Snapchat. I don't need people sending me their snaps. I'm not
My
12.
kids are on that.
Listen,
I have no clue what a Snapchat is.
no,
No
I
clue.
don't want it. That's what I
But
do.
wait a minute,
Those
you don't
fun,
like it. Tell me what it is.
the filters I like. I think they're fun. Those are the silly filters that I send you, or I make pictures of us with
Oh, okay,
weird
okay,
things.
okay.
So that part
Yeah,
is
yeah, yeah.
actually fun. It's entertaining. But other than that, these are
Okay.
Snapchats. Is kids now, instead of giving their phone number out, they say, "What's your Snap?" So like it's a handle. But I think if you send things, a picture or something, it disappears after like 24 hours. I think it
Oh,
disappears, although I believe nothing disappears. That's why I tell my kids, don't ever
maybe
send
it
me or
disappears
any
to us, but if they need to find something, they will find
right.
it. Absolutely.
That's right.
I
That's
agree with you
right.
100%. General Ronnie B, what's up, buddy? Ocean's Pit, Twisted Tuesday, me and Carol Brandolino. Carol, George Clooney and his lovely wife, Annual, that's her name, I guess. They've been married 10 years, and they say they've never had an argument.
We've talked about this before, right?
Yes, we did. 10 years. Now, 10 years without an argument. Now, maybe they've had disagreements, but
Sure.
this didn't specify. They said they had no major arguments in 10 years. Is that possible?
I think it is when you get married at an older age. He got married much older. She's quite a bit younger, I think, fairly. Not like one of those 25-year-olds and 70-year-olds, but I think he's older, he's more mature, he's, obviously well to do, but I think the older you are and the more mature you are, and you also know what you don't want, because most likely you've been in a relationship that was not for you. So you know exactly what you don't want at this point. So yeah, I could see the older you are, I could see less arguing for sure. You know,
Well, Debbie Wilmette says bullshit. In a nice way, she says BS. Carol
okay.
Minotti says, I call bullshit.
Hmm.
David, I didn't know this either.
He's a
She's a
lawyer.
lawyer.
Well, there you go.
Thank you, David.
There you go.
So she's a lawyer.
Bingo. He's afraid.
She's going to
No,
win the argument. That's it. So this, so George is, and she's probably younger than George is. I don't even know how old she is, but
she
I'm
is.
sure she's
She's a
younger than him,
beautiful woman.
right?
Yeah, but
Is she a
she is,
beautiful
but not
woman?
like in the 20s or 30s. She's a grown woman. You know what I mean? She's not like some young child. She's a classy
Okay, I
woman.
got it. So not like the other celebrities are going out with all these younger chicks.
No.
Listen to this now. How sad is this? A woman donates her kidney to save her life of her boss, and then she gets
Mm.
fired when it took her too long to recover.
No, that can't be true. There's no way that's true. There's no way that's true.
Well, wait a minute. Now here she is. Now, first of all, you give a kidney to your boss. What are you, a whack job?
Right.
Number one,
Right.
right? And then he fires you because you're taking too late
No.
to get better, taking too much time to come back to work.
There's no freaking way. Listen, that would have been put in my contract forever. Okay. There is no firing me. And I do what I want when I want. Okay. That's it. You get my kidney and I get fired. Come on. Take it back.
I don't
Return
know.
the kidney.
I don't know. Yeah, right. First of all, yeah, well, we talked about this before, like even telling personal stuff to our bosses. If you have a boss,
Right.
getting too personal like that, and you just gave him your kidney, that boss must be very lonely because he has nobody. I don't know. Hey, there's Jody Bowen. I hope you're doing well, Jody. I know you're knocked out for a little bit there. You had some surgery, so I hope you're feeling better and hope you're getting better up on your feet. George Lopez's wife donated her kidney to him, then he divorced her. Oh, whoa.
He's
Carol Minotti, I
ungrateful.
did not know that.
What would you do? I'm sorry. What would you do? This is Husband Appreciation Day week, whatever we want to do.
Yeah.
and
If
he
I gave my
divorces
wife
her
my
after she.
kid, I wouldn't divorce her.
I mean, come on. That's just some ignorant shit. I'm sorry. No, those are
That's
grounds to
screwed
get
up. That's
slaughtered.
screwed up. Yeah, but you know what? In this world, man, nothing. Like I said, right? We can look at something. I see a story on the show or anything. I can say, there's nothing that I go, oh my god, nothing, nothing anymore. I mean, the crap
Well,
that's on there
your Walmart story made me go, "Oh my god." I did the "Oh my god" on
with
your
the with
Walmart
the
story.
with the Jimmy D sausage. Yes, yes. Okay.
Yeah,
Well,
that made me say, "Oh my god." It really made me my jaw drop. That one made me say, "Oh my god." In
yeah.
Walmart,
Oh
who's
my god.
excited? Who wants to do that when they're in Walmart? I mean, I want to kill myself when I'm in Walmart. Who wants to go masturbate in a Walmart
Yeah,
bathroom?
absolutely. I don't know what
Yes.
it was, but if you have to go back and watch a show about the woman who got arrested for masturbating with Jimmy Dean sausage in the Walmart bathroom,
Right.
and then we said the sausages are like this, so I don't know, but
Right.
probably what we were thinking is someone somewhere followed her in. She probably thought she was stealing it, and then they went into the stall, and there she was doing it. Well, I mean, just insane. But nothing surprises me anymore. But that could be a shock. Boyd, organs to my kids only. Ooh, good one. Good one, Boyd. Good one, good one, good one.
Yeah, that
I
makes
like
sense.
that one. All right, you're watching Ocean Spit. You never know what you're going to hear on this show. This is interesting. If you're in Italy, they offer pasta leave. You take a day off to enjoy pasta to refresh and energize yourself. Now they eat pasta every day, basically in Italy. Now you damn well know if you're eating pasta, there's no way you're going to be energized and ready to work after you eat pasta. Or am I crazy? Doesn't that just bloat you up?
Yeah, it does. I think it makes you tired and full and lazy. I
Yes.
mean, I do. I feel like that if I eat pasta. But if it's another way to get out of
Well,
work
they
for a
don't
little
put all
while,
that
why
shit up.
not?
No, but you know what, Carol? Also, they don't put a lot of in Europe when they eat the pasta. It's not like the pasta here.
Right.
It's they eat it every
That's
day, and
true.
and they put all that ingredients and all those chemicals in their pasta.
Right.
So maybe it's like the Chinese. You don't see too many Chinese people that are fat unless they're sumo
No.
wrestlers
Right.
from the rice that
You're
they're
right.
eating because the way it's made over there compared to all the ingredients. Vince Ramundi, what's up, brother? Hope you're doing well. You got to love it. So pasta day. Sorry, boss, can't come in. And I'm taking my pasta day today so I can rejuvenate and get more energy for my next day.
Mm.
Oh, God. Man can't find love. Here's one for you, Carol. This man tried so hard to find love. Couldn't find love. I knew I was going to dog or something was going to
Mailman.
happen today. The mailman, no. Shh. All right. Man can't find love. So guess what he does? He falls in love with a goat. He falls in love with a goat and he marries a goat. That's right. They don't talk back. They're peaceful. They're good lovers. This is a man who's sleeping with a goat. Now, speaking of men and goats, now I've heard through the grapevine, through years and years and years up in the mountains, and I'm not saying that I know this by personal fact.
Bring it. Bring
Carol, you
it.
know where I'm
Let's
going
go.
with this. You
Yeah,
know
I
where
know
I'm
where
going
you're
with
going.
this. Where did this come up with? Where did this crazy story about Greeks and goats? Now, where did that come from? Is there something that maybe one guy did it years and years ago, and it's like, right? There's one side of the story. There's the goat story, then there's the guy story, but somewhere in between is the truth. So help us up there. Can you give us a little explanation where that started from?
Well, all I know is I'm a good sport. I don't really care about all this
Yes, I
stereotypical
did. I didn't
bullshit.
even. I just yeah, go ahead. Just
So
help us out here.
I'm an open book. So here's the thing. They say about, they say the Greeks invented sex, the Italians introduced it to women. Ha ha ha. I've heard that one.
Yeah.
So
You get that joke. Yes,
so
yes.
they say that they have sex with guys or goat. I'm guessing it's the same kind of myth. So what it is they say that all the women want to remain virgins because otherwise their dowry isn't worth anything, right? If they're not a virgin, right? To get married or off. Okay. So in lieu of having sex the normal way or with the woman and to keep these women virgins, maybe that's why they were doing that. Or they were doing it with women, but not the traditional way, is what they say with the Greeks as well. And maybe that's
Okay.
why they did that, if they did. I don't know. But not
Yeah,
from
but
experience,
why?
I don't know.
Why is it just here? But there's everybody Italians. I mean, back in the day, I mean, you can go to any country. Why is the Greeks just singled out? That's what I don't understand.
Maybe they did like their goats a little more. I don't know. I never asked that question. I mean, I rode a donkey in Greece for a
Well,
week.
wait a minute. Now, Dawn says, I believe the goat if we're taking sides. Oh,
You know
yeah.
what?
You never know what
I
you're going to
agree
hear,
with
folks.
I agree with Dawn. Yeah, I would
I
believe the
agree with
goat
you.
too if
Yeah.
it was between a goat and a Greek man. I would too.
I'd like to get
Yeah.
somebody. I wish I can get somebody from another country to come on the
Oh,
show. Someone like from,
I'll have
like,
my dad come
right?
on.
I mean, who's,
I'll have my dad come on. Oh my
come on.
God.
Would he come
Listen,
on? Really?
oh my
I would.
God.
And he can, that's
He's
it.
hilarious.
That could be a
Yeah.
feature. That could be in a whole hour with a Tuesday with us.
Oh, it would be. It would be. I used to call him what was Ricky Ricardo was my nickname for him. Very he's
Yeah,
just a
yeah, yeah.
typical
Suave. Lucy,
78-year-old
you got something
Greek
exciting to
man.
do. Yes.
Mhm. If I can get him to get online and explain to him how to
Yes.
if you could send him a link, I have to find an email that he could get it sent to a friend of his house. You would be hilarious. Oh my God. You have no idea. You have no
You'll
idea.
have to work on that. That would be cool. That would be cool. Yeah.
Okay.
It's like
I
getting
will.
my mom, who doesn't understand anything. She doesn't even know how to pick up a phone half the time, trying to get her on a computer. So that would
Okay.
be
I'm
very
gonna work on
interesting.
it.
Yeah.
Hmm.
You have to work on that. You're watching Ocean's Pit, little show about big things. It's a little crazy show today, folks. We're touching a lot of topics, good and bad, folks. But hey, that's what Twisted Tuesday is about. And let's talk about becoming your own bank with our good friends, Wendy and Craig from Imperialux. Imagine putting your money to work for you, becoming your own bank, making your dream retirement reality with guaranteed lifetime income. Wendy Thompson, Craig Cogan will help you create personal pensions, grow your wealth, secure your legacy. It's never too late to start. Take charge of your financial future. Give them a call today at 630-890-1213. That's Imperialux. Learn and become your own bank. Now, guys, this week, I'm going to tell you where we're at. Now, this Thursday, we're at Positano's in Oak Brook, and it's the return from Florida of Lisa P. We haven't seen Lisa P. since December of last year. So Lisa P. would be with us and Jerry Jams. That's a 7:00 hit this Thursday. Hope you guys all come out. It's going to be a lot of fun. Friday, we'll be at Chicago Prime Steakhouse with Double T, Tony Toto. And Saturday, I'll be at Norton's in Highland Park, one of my favorite places up there, folks. And Sunday, Ocean's Rat Pack will be at Piazza Restaurant and Bar in Aurora. That's a 4:00 hit. 4:00 show, 4 to 6:30, and they're going to have a Salerno's meal. It's not included with the price. You can order whatever you want when you get there, but that is the show for this Sunday. That's what's going on this week. All right. I know this is going to sound nuts, but well, let's try it here. Carol, when age did you stop believing in Santa Claus?
Oh, probably like 10, 11, 10-ish, maybe. Because I met Santa when I was
How did
6
you
or
find
7.
out? Did you find out? Did you catch your dad or mom doing something when you woke up in the middle of the night and seen it, or you just found out? Because
No,
I don't know how many
just
kids
start
still do.
hearing things. Yeah, you start hearing things and start questioning too many things, and you just find out eventually, I think.
You find out.
And
Well, only in Norway, since we're talking about other places in the world, only in Norway, you send a letter to Santa Claus and he will answer it. Only in Norway. See that? You might want to tell the kids. Boy, we're running out of good stuff, aren't we, folks? That's right.
No,
Ocean's
listen,
Pit,
I
little
got
show
a
about big
story
things.
for you. It's a good one.
Come on, bring it on.
Oh, listen, I got
What's
a
the story?
story, but I had to tell my
Come on,
kids
go
on
ahead.
Easter because my brother was over, and of course the story started flying about all the shit that he's done, and he just thinks it's
Yeah.
so funny. But we collectively forgot about one really big story that I had to tell my kids, which was very embarrassing. And my mom was there, and I don't remember if she even remembered this happened. So we lived in a a tri-level home where the second floor is like the three bedrooms and the bathroom, just that little floor area with the three bedrooms and the bathroom. And
Okay.
when I was about 15, I had my own room finally. I don't know. Yeah, we moved to this house finally, and my own bedroom. And my grandma was in Greece, and my brother was using her bedroom. Otherwise, he was in the family room
Okay.
because she had the third bedroom.
All right.
She was in Greece. My parents were in the next room over. My room is in the middle of these two rooms.
Okay.
So I'm sleeping one night, summer, and all of a sudden I get woken up. Somebody like falls onto me, like hard, heavy on my bed. It was like 4 in the
All
morning.
right.
And I was like just shocked out of my sleep, panicked. And whoever this person was, I pushed him off my bed. They flipped over and fell on the floor. She starts screaming, stands up. It's 4 in the morning, and she's naked. Naked, boobs everywhere. I was like,
Wait.
oh,
The person you pushed off the bed was naked?
naked, a girl,
All
a
right. Good.
girl, a girl.
Okay. Okay.
She jumped on me in my bed at 4 o'clock in the morning. Okay. And it scared the shit out of me. So
In your
all of a
house?
sudden, in my house, in my bed, and
Okay.
I
All
pushed
right.
her off.
Okay.
I
All
freaked
right.
out.
All right.
We're
Okay. Okay.
yelling.
All right.
We're yelling. All of a sudden, it was like a Three's Company episode. I ran out to the little, the room, the foyer, whatever. My brother comes out with like a towel over him. She's in the hallway. I'm in the hallway. He's like, shut up, stop screaming, stop screaming. So this girl went to the bathroom. She left his room. Okay. Went to the bathroom, comes into my bedroom, jumps on me. We're all out. My brother's half naked. She is naked. I'm 15. I was like, oh my God, what the hell's going on? And my
So
parents were
she
sleeping
thought she was
upstairs.
going into your brother's bedroom?
Yes. And my parents were in their room, and he's screaming or trying not to scream. Shut up, go in your room. Holy shit. And he's like half naked. So I'm freaking out about a naked girl that jumped on my bed. Then my brother's almost naked in front of me. And I was like, what the fuck is going on? This is the kind of shit I had to deal with a brother that was, what is he, 6, 7 years older than me. Okay. I was 15. He was early 20s. And this is the shit that happens. So I
Well,
could have
wait, but now that's an easy mistake. That could happen in the middle of the night. She shouldn't be in the house, number one. Correct, right.
Well, easy mistake. Why did I have to end up with somebody jumping on me at 4 in the morning naked with boobs flying around? I thought I was getting like attacked. I thought somebody was that you don't like to get woken. Maybe
We should get your brother on the air. We should get your brother on the air. Now that's what we need to get on. Now that we can get some stories on.
You need a button for that. You're going to have to.
There's a button for that.
Yeah.
You got some great stories, Carol. I tell you, man. You're watching Ocean's Pit, a little show about big things. I think I see Rosemary come up. Hi, Rosemary. I think she's watching. I hope you're doing well, my dear friend, Rosemary. All right. World's oldest woman smoked cigarettes, ate chocolate, and she lived to 127 years old. Right now, she's the oldest woman in the world. She ate 2 pounds of chocolate a day. She quit smoking at 117 years old.
Come on. Where'd she live? Where's she from?
It's in France, mind you. It's in France. In France,
Okay.
where the food there, the chocolate's probably not all the ingredients, but 2 pounds of chocolate and smoked cigarettes, 123 years old. And
God
quit
bless
smoking
her.
at 117. It's a different world than these other places. I love to live. Yeah, Jesus Christ. Is that crazy or what? There's even a more crazy story. There's a golden retriever dog. Remember the ice cream truck that used to come by all the time when you were a kid?
Yeah.
He would run. When he hear the ice cream, they would run out and he'd bark, 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 bark to have sure that the ice cream truck stopped, and he would get a vanilla ice cream cone. They would give him an ice cream cone to that dog every day. How cute is that?
I love that.
It's a great story. We love giving these good stories too. Here's another thing I didn't realize, and it makes sense. If you're with your mate, boyfriend, husband, girlfriend, date, whatever you are with right now, whatever it is, if you yawn when you're together and you yawn, that means that it's a healthy relationship. You feel comfortable to yawn with the person you're with. Do you feel that as an insult? or do you think that's, how they say you get real comfortable when you're with your person?
Yeah. I don't get easily. I'm not like that. I'm not petty. So if somebody yawns around me, I wouldn't be like, "Oh, am I boring you?" Like I'm not paranoid like that. So that wouldn't bother me. I mean, if you're tired, you're tired. I mean, I don't know. I
You
think
just feel
farting
that
in front of somebody is different. I think that's getting comfortable or doing
that's
stuff
wrong.
like
I
that.
got that. What about burping is not good either. Excuse me is one thing, but just a brr, like right in front of you, that's a
No,
different story.
I have a very, very big pet peeve about burping. It's not a normal one either. It's a big pet peeve. If it's really loud and
It's a
obnoxious,
bad, yeah. Well, you know what?
especially if a woman does it and in pub, like just wherever, or a young girl,
You mean if you're
I
with one of your girlfriends and they burp at the restaurant, that I mean, if it's like an accident, excuse me, that bothers you, or they go
no,
brr,
not
they
an
just let it
accident.
out.
Yeah, I know girls that just sit there and brr, I mean, just let out. And I'm like, I think I have PTSD. Well, I know I have PTSD. My dad wasn't a hitter. He wasn't a hitter. Like, I think I got hit maybe twice. Maybe, I said I got dragged by my ponytails once in a while. But one
Yeah,
day I was hanging out with my other friends that were able to do this at the dinner table, right? There's three daughters, and they would burp at the dinner table, and their parents would laugh and they joke and let out these big burps. So one day I thought it'd be funny at my dining room table to do it. I mean, before I even the entire burp came out, I got backhanded because he was sitting next to me right in the mouth. Whap. And I was like, I was frozen. And I didn't see it coming. I didn't see it coming. He goes, "Don't you ever do that again." He goes, "You're a lady. You don't, that's this." I mean, like it was bad. So now if people burp in front of me, like girls, especially if it's real loud and obnoxious, I'm like, people burp, I get it, but say excuse me. But if men do it like I've worked in restaurants my whole life, they'll do it right at the table and not say a word. And I'm like, oh my God, nobody said anything to him. Like his parents didn't say,
well, you know what? Well, in France, if you burp at a restaurant, that's a compliment to the chef in different countries.
yes, I've heard
But
that. Mhm.
Gina says Gianna does it purposely to annoy you. There you
He
go.
does.
So
He does.
I'm gonna have to wait and see that. That should be good.
He does.
Absolutely. Oh my God. You're watching Ocean's Pit, little show about big things, folks. It's time for the JRC weather report, weather the minute, JRC. That's right, folks. Ace Minute brought to you by JRC Ace Hardware Stores. The weather for Tuesday, the 22nd of April. 60 degrees out there right now, folks. It's a little cloudy. But it's 56 humidity out there, 7 miles per hour winds, and it looks like 40% of rain will be happening today at about 4 o'clock in the afternoon. That is your JRC Ace Hardware Minute, brought to you by JRC Stores. There you go. Oh, went back. Sorry, it took a little longer. All right, there you go, Carol. All right, what do we got here, folks? Before forget, in about another 5 minutes, I'm going to give an Italian word today, and Carol's going to give us a Greek word and how to pronounce it and how to do all that stuff. Okay, Las Vegas. This is really weird. Las Vegas parking. $50 to valet your car at Caesar's Palace.
Mhm.
It's free at the Rio, and it's free at Treasure Island. $50 to valet your car. That is insane. Complete insane. Wow. Michael
How do they get
Jordan
away with
sported
that?
leaving his 100. What is it?
How do they get away with that
That's
when you're going
crazy.
into the spend thousands of dollars gambling? It just doesn't make sense to me. I don't go to Vegas
Well,
regularly.
besides that, the two casinos down the street are free.
Right. Yeah,
One's
that's
charging
weird.
50.
That's
Michael Jordan
nuts.
spotted leaving his yacht $115 million yacht wearing a $45,000 Rolex with 18 karat gold. I wouldn't even wear shit like that if I had all his money, right? I mean,
Mm-mm. Nope.
obviously he's got
Nope.
security around him, but still, I mean, that's just flaunting it, right? I mean, I
It's a bit
hate when
much.
people
It's a
do
bit
that stuff.
excessive. Yeah. Yeah. It's a little excessive.
Yeah. Okay, listen to this. People magazine, folks. Daughter went shopping after thinking she murdered both her parents for evicting her, but her mom survived. After stabbing her parents until she believed they were both dead, a Florida woman left the scene to go shop. What she didn't know was that the father had a bit more time left and her mother would make it out alive. Stabs the mom and dad and then goes shopping at Walmart.
Wow. Well, did she go to jail? Does it say? I mean,
Hey, Carol,
that's a
see
little
what's
scary.
going on with this crazy world? Crazy world.
Yeah.
Here's something else that gets me too. These 5 people stood up against Democrats. Abe Lincoln, he got shot. Ronald Reagan got shot. He survived. J.F. Kennedy got shot and died. Martin Luther King got shot and died. Donald Trump got shot and he's still alive. They were all fighting against Democrats. Isn't that really weird?
Mm-hmm. It sure is.
It's pretty screwed up in this crazy world. Absolutely. All right, here we go. I like this. 8 rules. 8 rules. 2 kick ass in life. Number 8, teach others what you know. I like that. 7, never compare yourself to others. I like that one.
Mm-hmm.
Stop thinking so much and start acting. Number 6. Number 5, make peace with the past or you'll pay for it.
Yep.
I agree with that, karma. Number 4, assume nothing and question everything. Number 3, always do more than it's expected of you. Number 2, if you don't go after it, you won't have it. And number 1, see failure as the beginning, not an end.
Agreed.
Thank you, Patrice, for
Yeah, I love
sending
that.
that in. That is very, very cool.
Mhm.
All right, let's get these 2 sponsors real fast, and then I will give you an Italian word of the day, and you will give me the Greek word of the day and pronounce it. And I think yours is going to be much harder to pronounce than mine. All right, but before we do that, let's go to Jack Vena Landscaping, folks. That's right. Their monthly offer maintenance programs, bush trimming, spring, fall cleanup, bed mulching, fertilizing, weed control. They offer plant design service installation. The North Shore for over 50 years. Call Tommy at 847-432-5266. Tell them Tony O sent you, folks. And for windows and siding, because it is that time of year, folks. We all know that. So it's time to get those new windows done or sidings. I think we need one here at our house for sure. I'm going to call my buddy Louis Pipes at Airtight Windows. If you're looking for new windows and you want it done right, do it right with Airtight. For honesty, quality, dependability, do it right with Airtight. Serving Chicagoland for 35 years, do it right with Airtight Windows. Call Louis Pipes at 708-785-5000 and tell them Tony O sent you. All right, folks. Also, before we do the Italian word and the Greek word of the day, here's what we're going to do, folks. Remember, mark this down, Wednesday, May 7th. It's the 5-year Oceans Pit Bash. It's going to happen, folks, at the Village Tavern in Schaumburg on Wise Road. It's going to happen Wednesday, May 7th from 6 p.m. to 8 p.m. It's going to be a 2-hour live remote special. The return of Laura Ocean and, of course, Carol Brandolino will be there. We'll have sponsors there. Old guests, surprise guests. We're giving away prizes. We're going to give away some free cocktails. But the Village Tavern was kind enough for everybody that's going to be there to watch the 2-hour live remote, free chicken fingers and fries. Now, they're known for their famous world chicken fingers. Last time was a big sellout when we did it. But this is a 5-year anniversary Oceans Pit. Whoever thought we'd last that long? But mark it down, Wednesday, May 7th at the Village Tavern in Schaumburg off of Wise Road. Come and get those free chicken fingers. We got some cocktails to give away. A lot of good stuff. Double T is in the house. Dennis from Lake Geneva. It is such a deal. All right. We're going to try to do this once a month. We're going to come up with one Italian word a day and what it means. And then you'll give me one Greek word. So since yours is going to be a little harder, let's start with you. Carol, give me a Greek word. What's the meaning? How is it pronounced?
Okay.
Go right ahead.
All right. So this is actually easy, I think, but we'll see. It's zicolo. Zicolo.
Zicolo?
Zicolo. Yeah.
Zicolo.
Yes.
Zicolo.
Yeah.
All right, that sounds pretty easy.
Very good. And you
What
speak
does
Italian.
zicolo mean?
That's the problem.
There you go, zicolo.
It
Well,
means
the other ones, when you go that, that's a little harder. Zicolo.
we're gonna get this
What
one.
does zicolo mean?
It means gigolo. Okay, gigolo. It means gigolo.
Wait a minute. Wait a minute. They couldn't just call it, so they just put a Z in front of it?
That's what okay. So I was thinking of the word. I don't know what made me think of. I wanted to look and see how do you say gigolo? I don't know why, but that's what popped into my head.
Yeah.
And then when I saw that,
Yeah.
I'm like, this is almost
Okay.
like phonetic spelling, but it says, okay, it says,
How is it spelled?
well, it's a Greek letters. So I can't tell you what, I mean,
Yeah, go ahead.
I know the
Well,
Greek alphabet.
you can.
but
All right, right.
You wouldn't
So
know.
let me make sure I got it right. Zeke, is it Zicalo? Okay.
Yes. So,
Zicalo.
Gigolo. So the word is a direct borrowing from French, gigolo, and it refers to a man who lives off the earnings or gifts of a woman, often a younger man supported by an older woman in return for his sexual attentions and companionship. Now, I looked a little further down and it says noun. And when I saw the noun, this solidified why I was picking this word. Because my mom swears in Greek all the time, but she does call these
Okay.
dirty old men. She calls them paliopornos. Okay, she'll say paliopornos. My grandma used to say it. So the
Wait.
noun for gigolo,
Bio Polos?
palio, which is like old, pornos.
Bio
So the
Corlos.
yeah, pornos. So
Pornos.
the noun for
Buy your
gigolo,
pornos.
right?
Gigolo.
Well,
Zicalo.
the noun is pornos, which is,
Okay.
pornos, comes from the Greek word. All right.
Yeah.
The description is rent boy, male prostitute, whoremaster, man who uses the services of prostitutes. So look, I couldn't make this shit up when I saw that.
Well,
and I
there
saw
you
the
go,
noun
folks.
was
All you
pornos.
Zigalos out there. That's right. Zicalo.
So there you go.
All right, there's a word
You
of the
wanna
day.
use
Go
that
ahead and tell your kids, tell your family, tell your friends. The Greek word of the day is zikalo. There you go. All right, for all you Greeks out there. For all you Italians out there, something I always usually say, and I'll say it to you again. Che cazzo fai? Repeat
Oh,
it.
that's a whole phrase. Che cazzo fai?
Che
Right?
cazzo fai?
Che
Yeah,
cazzo fai?
that means like, what the fuck you doing? Or what's up?
Oh, I love that.
What the hell?
I can actually use it.
Che cazzo
Che
fai?
cazzo
That's
fai.
almost like one word, kind of, Yeah, so there you
So
go.
where's
The Italian word
where's the
there
F
is
word in
che.
that?
What? Well, it's not.
Where's the
Cazzo,
F?
like what the hell?
Well, what the hell? Okay.
It
So
could be.
che
It could be
cazzo.
where it could be like what the hell, or what's up,
Okay.
or what the fuck. You can
Okay.
use it in different. It's like forget about it. There's different meanings for it, but that's how
Okay.
you pronounce it.
Okay.
Che cazzo fai?
Che
There you
cazzo
go.
fai?
You learned something new today.
Okay. I got
Che
a phrase to use.
cazzo fai?
I'm gonna write
There
it.
you go. Now you can say that to
Okay.
you. And now we'll say, so you learned two words today, che cazzo fai and zigalo. See that? You learn something new every day, folks. That's right. You got to love it here at Ocean's Pit. Little show about big things, folks. You got to love it. Some more dates. Next Wednesday, we'll be at Rosario's in Roselle, April 30th. May 1st, we'll be returning to Zaza's. May 3rd will be at Big Sammy's. My good buddy Sammy will be there on May 3rd. That's a Saturday night. Me and Double T. And don't forget, folks, on May 21st, we'll be at the Getaway in Lake Geneva, Wisconsin, kicking off the summer holidays at the Lake Geneva French Country Inn. And then the 25th will be at the Thirsty Parrot right before the holiday. We're excited about that. And don't forget, May 15th will be at the Legends Rockin' Ravioli there at the Arcada Theater with Ocean's Rat Pack. That's going to be a great show. And then the 17th on the Thursday, we're going to be at the Carnival downtown Chicago, going back over there, the alley, the ballroom upstairs. We're excited about that. All right. So we learned Italian word of the day. We learned about guys falling in love with goats. We learned about a lot of things here today, folks. But we are coming to the end of the hour. Birthdays today for Tuesday, April 27th. One of the great rock producers of all time, Don Kirshner, Dudley Moore. Love Dudley Moore. Roger Daltrey from The Who turns 81. My good buddy Tyler, the singer of Ara, who came to the show on Saturday. Congratulations, they're getting engaged, him and his lovely woman. Jerry Lewis, lady, celebrating a birthday today. My good friend Andrea, wherever you are, Andrea Gatello, former Chicago. Andre, happy birthday. Let's see, Tony Toto's mom again, 86 years old, and Tony Toto's mom. Clint Howard, which is Ron Howard's brother. I don't know how this guy made a living, but he's in every Ron Howard movie. He turned 66 years old. Jessica Lange turned 76 years old today. George Takei, of course, he played Sulo on Star Trek, is 88. Luther Vandross celebrating a birthday. Chris Stein from one of the members of the original band Blondie turned 75 years old. Karma Electra. You don't hear too much of her anymore.
Carmen.
53
Yeah.
years old, right? Ashley Judd turns 57 years old. Holland Cruise Ships. The Holland Cruise Line is 150 years old. And a shout out to my good buddy Jerry Jam, Miranda's mom, 91 years old. Happy birthday, Mama Jams, everybody. All right, so we have come to the end of the hour, folks. We'll be back tomorrow at 12 o'clock, and then Carol will be back with us on Thursday. Friday, my good buddy Johnny Reb. That's right, Robbie Johnny from Johnny Reb, a great Southern rock band out of Florida, will be my guest the first part of the show. And the second part of the show is Do It Yourself with my good buddy Raffaello from JRC Ace Hardware Stores. I think he's going to be talking about air filters, how to change them, what kind to buy, and why you should change them. That's Raffaello this Friday on the 25th. Guys, it's time for us to go. But before we go, thank you to our good friends from Ace Hardware. Ace is the place. Buy a local, shop local. That's right, folks. You got to don't forget to tell them to grill your Ace off and tune up the lawnmower. A spring tune-up starts at $105 plus parts. They're your neighborhood powerhouse. And download the Ace Rewards app. Easy way to keep track of your points, coupons, and special offers. Ace is the place. Buy local, shop local, helping neighbors before they were neighborhoods. Guys, buy local, shop local, support local establishments, support live entertainment. Be kind to one another. Be kind to one another, all you Zicolos out there, and be nice. I want you guys to all have a great day. Carol, thank you so much, and we will see you back on Thursday here at Ocean's Pit. Guys, Ringo Starr says peace and love. We need it more than ever. And don't forget, May 5th, 5-year anniversary, Ocean's Pit live at the Village Tavern, Wise Road in Schaumburg from 6 to 8. Now, real fast, there's no reservations. First come, first serve to get seats, and there's not that many of them. But we're going to have a good time. Bye-bye, everybody. Peace and love. Nick, take us out. Have a great day, Carol. Bye-bye, everybody.
Time to go. It's the end of the show. See you later from town.
Thanks, everybody.